It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see DJ Moore. He's been a production machine.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Parker sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down to send out to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 40. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he can run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts with second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On third down, Lawrence. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. The first 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's if they clinch the playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows? You might get on one of those magical runs.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Parker. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Back to throw. Parker. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Parker. Touchdown! Corey Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. Henry's got it out on the left side. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, he ran free there after the catches. That ends up going for 38. So how about that for a chain move? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it's fourth down and one in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he heard all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Touchdown. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. This is a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
So he's blocking the back. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Parker now to throw on 2nd down. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot. and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Parker on first down. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Parker looking to throw on second down. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. But this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is taken at the 23. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught at the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Parker. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. To throw on second down, Parker. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers had timed the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Block it. Alert. Opposite.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So a very tight first half. We get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's Chandler on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of your first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Moss will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Holding. Offense.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still 1st down.
Lawrence. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's Parker to throw on second down. Able to find Higgins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Once in my life, always succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Parker. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. One quarter remains here as the regular season. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Patrick Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On second down, McCaffrey. Oh, what a move. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And certainly they are pleased to know that they will be in the postseason. That's the good news. They've clinched a spot at least. The bad news, at least for now, they would have to make a run out of that 6-hole CD, and that's not an easy prospect.
Not at all, especially with how loaded this conference is. And think about the thought of trying to run through 3 road games just to the Super Bowl. It seems unlikely, but we have seen it happen before.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. Parker drops this underneath for Chandler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down with Moss.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on second down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. A very solid gain of 27.
They run it with Chandler.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a quick slant as the throw is complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Now Lawrence. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 43. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So everything is. It's not over yet. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Right back to Moss. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Chandler. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of 1st down. And he gets a good chunk of yards there. 8 all told. But they're still looking at a 4th down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they'll put on the sticks on the end as he's good. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles.